Champions League draw has just been made and we're going to react to it today. 8 fixtures, 16 games, and it's going to be mayhem. So if you do enjoy this content, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. So there's 8 fixtures, as I said, which I'll put up on the screen just now. And with some very tasty fixtures, we've got Benfica v Real Madrid, which just happened, and that goalie made an amazing header to qualify them. That's the only reason they're playing Real Madrid. We've got Monaco v PSG, a all French tie, and we've got Dortmund v Atalanta. Very good prospect for a couple of these games. There's a couple of stand out, but there's not many of the games look quite very winnable for both sides. But we'll be digressing every game by one and making a prediction, making what we think might happen, stuff like that. So first is Benfica v Real Madrid. Obviously this will be a very... We know what to expect. Obviously, it was an amazing game. Benfica won 4-2. Obviously the goalie scored at the death, as I talked about before. But it wasn't a soft Real Madrid team that they put out. And Benfica still were able to manage it, and it's Jose Mourinho. He knows what he's doing. He's actually on a unbeaten run in the league over in Portugal. This game could go either way, but I think at home Benfica will win, but away it's a different story. Jose Mourinho, obviously, we know his tactical sense, structure. But I think this game will finish 4-3 to Real Madrid in aggregate. As I said, I think Benfica will win at home, Real Madrid will win at home. It will be one of them. But I have full faith that Jose can pull it off, but I just think the stature of Real Madrid is obviously better.
Not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.
This one's very good, actually. The next game that we're going to talk about is Bodo Glimt v Inter Milan. First leg is at home. Preferably for Bodo. I think with the second leg would have been better at home. That said, it is still a very intriguing tie because Bodo Glimt, they've went to Atletico Madrid, they've won, they've bet Manchester City, they've put up a couple of shocks this season, but Bodo Glimt have been on the map for the last couple of years. But Inter are obviously, they're not as good as they were under Inzaghi. I don't know too much about their new manager, but I actually see a surprise here, guys. I'm going to say 3-2 to Bodo Glimt on aggregate. They'll win the home tie and they'll get a draw in the away tie, I think, or they'll get a slim loss, but they've all the capabilities to knock Inter Milan out.
It's gonna get fucking tasty, baby!
Monaco v PSG. It's all French game, it'll be high stakes. I know they don't get along, but that said, I think PSG breeze this, guys. This is probably the easiest tie to predict. Monaco have been okay this season, but still not as good as you would expect. PSG, obviously last season, they probably went to win back-to-back. So I'm going 4-1 PSG in aggregate.
Right! That's it! I have had enough!
Karabag v Newcastle. So obviously Azerbaijan, Karabag are from, and Newcastle are away first, which is probably better because if they get a draw or they get... Harvey Barnes has been on fire. We've got obviously Anthony Gordon, Elanga. You know, Newcastle, you're getting a strong midfield as well. So to expect for this game, you expect a very hard fought away tie and in very challenging conditions. It's very cold over there or it's very hot. They just can't make their mind up. But Newcastle at home in the Champions League, and this is the first knockout tie they've had in years, so it will be a very anticipated tie. That's why I'm going to go 3-1 to Newcastle. I think if they can get a draw away or even a slim loss, but they'll definitely win it. St James's Park, it's just no doubt about it. Galatasaray v Juventus. This is going to be another quite close game. Obviously Galatasaray have got many good stars, Osimhen, players like that, and which I was surprised he went there, to be fair, but that is probably one of the fiercest atmospheres in Europe. And a Juventus team, in my opinion, is not that experienced. They're a lot better than they were a couple of years ago, but I think the tie is going to be decided in the second leg. Galatasaray go to Turin, but I do see Juventus 2, Galatasaray 2, and Juventus go on penalties, because I just don't think Galatasaray have the strength to go through on this occasion. Don't hound me in the comments, Gala fans. I know he's absolutely everywhere on Twitter. Doesn't matter if it's a post about Bonnie Rig Rose, he'll still be there. But anyway, Club Brugge v Atletico Madrid. I have a word about Atletico Madrid. See the amount of bets that they've made me fail. They could be in big trouble. Club Brugge being Scottish, we saw what they've done to Rangers, we saw what they've done in the Champions League against Marseille, etc. Atletico Madrid have been below standards this season, but they're still getting there. They're third in La Liga. They're still putting they're obviously in the Champions League for a reason. But this tie is I think at home Atletico will win. No doubt about that, but away I think they might lose, because Club Brugge are quite good at home, and they've shown that they're quite defensively solid with all the young prospects like Tizoles is coming through and many others. I think Says is still there. I think I've got the right club. No, I think I've got the right club. Sorry, Belgian fans. But I think that tie went 4-2 to Atletico Madrid.
Here we go.
And we move on to Dortmund v Atlanta. I said this could be a good tie, and I think it will be. Obviously, Atlanta are under new management from a couple of previous seasons when they won the Europa League. But Dortmund are doing quite well this season, and I think the Signal Iduna Park is too hard for them. It's the last step for Atlanta, and I think it's quite an easy tie to predict. I'm going to go 4-1 Dortmund, and yeah, and the next, I know that was a quick summary, but the last one is Olympiacos v Bayer Leverkusen. I think this will be a breeze for Bayer Leverkusen. I think they'll be the third German team to make it into the knockout stages this season. I think they won 6-1 in aggregate. I think they might find it challenging away in Greece, but at home they should put them to bed. And yeah, I think that's the summary of this video. Obviously, I've got so many good ties. Obviously, we've got standouts, as I said, like Real Madrid and Benfica, Monaco, PSG, and probably Dortmund and Atalanta. But if you do have your predictions down below, remember to put them in the comments. because we all love the Champions League and it's such a good thing to watch on the TV. But thanks for watching, guys. Remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.